to our third virtual camp fair for campers ages 4 to 12 attending camps in Waterloo region. This is hosted by KidsAbility and the Waterloo Region Family Network. We will have 8 camps joining us this evening to talk about their programs and supports. So thank you everybody for joining us, and I will pass it over to Olivia from the City of Kitchener's Inclusion Services to talk about the supports offered through the City of Kitchener and the City of Waterloo. So thank you, Olivia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Olivia Curtis, and I'm the Inclusion Services Coordinator for the City of Kitchener. My portfolio, though, includes City of Kitchener and City of Waterloo. Okay, so inclusion support through the city is available for both City of Kitchener and City of Waterloo summer camps. Each summer, we're able to offer up to 2 weeks of support per participant. So that would be either 2 weeks in Kitchener, 2 weeks in Waterloo, or 1 in each municipality. There's no cost to access the support. There's just the camp fee itself. And then in order to access inclusion support, there are 3 main steps that you have to follow. So the main step that you need to make sure that you do is access an inclusion membership application. So those can be completed online at kitchener.ca/inclusion, or you can email me. My information will be at the end of the presentation. You can email me and we can set up a time to go over that application form together. Once you have the inclusion membership, that ensures that your participant has a membership in Kitchener and Waterloo. And so on the registration date, you will register for your camp of choice, and there will be a corresponding inclusion support barcode that you will register for to secure a support worker for your child for that specific week. Any additional information about inclusion services will be up on our website, and I do email all inclusion members the first week in February with detailed information about how to access our support. So our inclusion workers come from a variety of backgrounds. Many of them are university students or recent graduates. We also do have teachers and EAs on our staff. Most of our staff have a background in either education, recreational therapy, psychology, social work, or educational assistance as well. All of our staff get comprehensive training before summer camp arrives. So our staff are trained in emotional regulation skills, program adaptation and modification, as well as nonviolent crisis intervention and verbal de-escalation techniques. All of our staff are trained to provide personal care if your child requires any assistance with toileting. And then we also do lifts and transfers for those that use mobility devices or wheelchairs. I'm going to briefly talk about a couple of the camps that are offered by both municipalities. So in the City of Kitchener, we have 2 major camp groups. So we have our neighborhood camps, which is available for children ages 4 to 12 years old. And those are run out of the City of Kitchener community centers and a selection of the local schools. So camp locations could include Chandler Mowat, Country Hills, Stanley Park Community Center, Dune Pioneer Park Community Center, pretty much all of them except for Mill Cortland Community Center. Our camp costs are relatively low. They're $115 a week approximately. And our camp operating hours are 9 to 4:30 with a potential for before and after care from 8:30 to 9 and then 4:30 to 5 p.m. This summer, there will be a couple aquatics camps being brought back. So the difference between aquatics camps and neighborhood camps is aquatics goes swimming every day. So they are hosted at 2 of our swim facilities in the City of Kitchener. And so that is the Grand River Recreation Complex, which has Lyle Holman Pool, and our Bright Up Center. And both of those camps are for children ages 4 to 11, and they do go swimming every day. And the camp operating hours are the same as neighborhood camps for 9 to 4:30. In Waterloo, they have camps that are typically for children ages 4 to 12, but they do have some specialty camps that could go up to the ages of 13 or 14. You can check online once their information is posted to see if there are any options for that age group. The 3 main camp locations are Rim Park, the Waterloo Memorial Rec Complex, and Albert McCormick Community Center. Their camps cost about $230 a week, and their hours are slightly longer than Kitchener. So their camps run 8 to 5 p.m. with the camp programming running between 9 to 4 p.m. And then the drop off and pickup buffer windows are between 8 to 9 a.m. and then 4 to 5 p.m. Registration for Kitchener is a little bit later this year. It's going to be opening Tuesday, March 21st at 8:30 a.m. And all the information will be viewable online at Active Kitchener, or you can also check our website, kitchener.ca/summer. And then we will also have our Active Kitchener guide, which will be available at local community centers and pools starting in February with a full list of all of our camp options. And then Waterloo programming registration opens Wednesday, March 8th at 8:30 a.m. And all of their information is viewable online at Active Waterloo. They won't have a physical guide this year, but they do have an online PDF copy if you are interested in looking at more details about their different camp programming. If you have any questions about inclusion services, how to apply for your membership, or kind of troubleshooting in order to get your child a spot for inclusion support this summer, you can email me, olivia.curtis@kitchener.ca. You can also give me a call at City Hall, 519-741-2200, and my extension is 7229. Or then all of our information can be found at kitchener.ca/inclusion. That's everything.
Thank you, Olivia. We are now going to turn it over to Marie from the Woolwich Township.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Marie Malcolm, and I oversee the Township of Woolwich Summer Day Camp programs. Our summer camp team consists of 2 camp coordinators, 2 summer inclusion facilitators, as well as 16 camp leaders. Our camp leaders, as well as our coordinators, are trained in standard first aid and as well as high five healthy child development. And they also have a varying degree of education, ranging from 16 plus to university students. For our township camps, we strive to integrate all campers into our summer day camp programming. Our summer inclusion facilitators are available for children as well as staff to provide additional support for inclusion as well as adaptations in the programming. Unfortunately, we do not provide one-to-one support. However, volunteers and support workers provided by the family are welcome. This year for summer camp, we are offering camp at 3 locations. So one of them is at the Woolwich Memorial Center in Elmira. Our other one is the Breslau Community Center in Breslau. And then we are opening up a 3rd location at the St. Jacobs Arena for the month of July. Our summer camp program this year is running from July 4th to September 1st. And we are offering a full 9 weeks of fun based on different themes and activities to add a variety for our returning campers. Our summer camp program runs from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are providing before and after care at an additional cost. Before care runs from 8 to 9 a.m. and then with aftercare from 4 to 5 p.m. Our kids camp mainly runs out of the Woolwich Memorial Center and Breslau Community Center. This is for ages 5 to 12 years. At the Woolwich Memorial Center, the cost for a full week is $200. And then for those camp weeks that a holiday lands on, that are those 4-day weeks, it's $162.75. At the Breslau Community Center, for the full week, it is $183.75. And then for that 4-day week, when those holiday weeks land on, it's $147. Our youth adventure camp is for ages 8 to 12 years, really focuses on the youth and what they enjoy doing. Mainly this program will be running out of the St. Jacobs Arena, and the cost for the week is $215.25. All of our program information, details, themes, needs to know what to bring can be located on our website at woolwich.ca/summer camp. If you're a family that requires any financial support, our community partner, Woolwich Community Services, has a community assistance program. There you would just call the Woolwich Community Service to book a confidential assessment on the size of your family and your annual, monthly, and weekly income. From there, they'll be able to support families to providing access to the funding if it's through the Township of Woolwich or through a House of Friendship. Our registration opens on Tuesday, March 7th at 6:30 a.m. Registration can be done in person at the Woolwich Memorial Center or online at woolwich.ca/register. The image on the screen is our ActiveNet account. When you cut onto woolwich.ca/register, if you have an account with us, if you've registered for programs before, you can sign in. However, if you do not, it's an easy step just to create an account, add yourself, and then add your children along to it. One thing to note when you do register, make sure that you are selecting the correct site that you want to do summer camp. So it'd be either the Woolwich Memorial Center or Bresla or St. Jacobs. Most of the themes are all the same depending on what location you are, so you just have to be aware that you're selecting the correct location for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. We're next going to turn it over to Natalie from the City of Cambridge.
Great. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. Really looking forward to sharing the camps that we will be offering this summer. Oh, I'm starting at the end. Sorry about that. Great. So my name is Natalie Verschuren. I am the Recreation Coordinator for Child and Youth Programs with the City of Cambridge. We are offering a variety of camps this summer, and we offer a 3-tier system of service for inclusion services. So we offer 3-to-1, 2-to-1, and 1-to-1 support that are available at our city-run camps in an integrated camp environment. We also have specialized sites for children with physical and developmental disabilities, as well as their siblings or friends at our Sunblast camp. And then we also offer a imagination station camp for children with impulsivity, anxiety, difficulty transitioning, and those that may be easily frustrated. Sometimes these specialty camps can be combined to a Sunblast and imagination station camp. And this summer we will be offering this camp at our John Dolson Center in Galt. Our registration opens on Wednesday, February 1st at 8:30 a.m. and our camps will be running from June 28th through till September 2nd at a variety of different sites this summer. In terms of registration for support can be done online through our Coral registration system, or can also be done in person at City of Cambridge City Hall, the W.G. Johnson Center, as well as the John Dolson Center. During registration, you will be prompted asking if you require support, and also that you'll have to fill out some information forms for us. So you'll just click yes when registering. And then you can also send a quick email to myself. It's just my last name with an extra N at cambridge.ca. And then you can also choose to register at our Sunblast or Imagination Station camps. And again, those are operated at a 3-to-1 ratio with additional staff. During the registration process, families will need to create a login if one has not been created already. The website that you would go to is www.cambridge.ca/register. All of our camps will be viewable on our online registration system approximately 1 week before registration. So this year, that is Wednesday, January 25th. You would select the camps that you wish to register for and select Add to Cart. And then upon checkout, you can choose the camp payment plan or providing camp payment in full. We do not have a maximum number of weeks that you may register a camper for. Again, this is pending availability and staff support, but we don't currently have a maximum number of weeks that are available. We do have a variety of payment options available. So as I mentioned, we have a camp payment plan. So for that option, we divide your equal payments on the 1st of each month from March 1st to August 1st. We just ask that your credit card is valid until September 1st, that should say 2023. And then for financial assistance, we also have a Activities for Less program. You can also, we also have funding through Jumpstart, Extended Family, and House of Friendship. And then we also accept Region of Waterloo childcare subsidy, and you would apply for that through the Region of Waterloo. In terms of what types of programming we will be offering this summer, we have a variety of different Explore camps, which is kind of our base camps, as well as some specialty camps that we'll be offering. So some fun, interesting camps to note. We will be offering some aquatic camps this summer. So our Learn to Swim and Water Sport Camp, where our campers will swim twice daily. We're also going to be offering some STEM camps, a Crafty Creatures camp, and then again, our Sunblast and Imagination Station camp will run out of the John Dolson Center this summer. We're also offering camps out of the Dixon Arena. So again, our kinder, tyke, and junior senior base programs, as well as an ultimate sports camp and Explore the Outdoors. In Hespeler, we will be running out of the Hespeler Arena. Some interesting camps there. We have Ultimate Sports, an esports and gaming camp, archery, skating, robotics, focus on nature photography, as well as crafty camps and Explore the Outdoors. And then at our W.G. Johnson Center, we will be offering camps for those age groups, as well as a new swing and splash tennis and racquetball camp. We also operate out of the Cambridge Center for the Arts, where we offer specialty programming for musical theater, filmmaking, drawing, dance, and animation and game design as well. So in terms of the documentation and some of the information that we would be asking for, all of our participants fill out a participant information form as well as an All About Me form. If necessary, we also have a medication administration and consent form as well as an allergy notice form if those would apply to you and your family. So again, all this information can be found at cambridge.ca/camps, and you're also welcome to reach out to me if you have any questions at all. So you can reach me at my extension 4554, as well as through the email listed on the screen as well. So thanks so much, and let me know if you have any questions.
So Natalie, there was a question that came through the chat.
Sure.
Is that if people who do not live, can people who do not live in Cambridge attend the City of Cambridge camps?
Yes, absolutely, you can. We'd love to have you.
Okay, so thank you, Natalie. And we are now going to move to the YWCA, where Fatma and Karen will do their presentation.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fatma. I'm Summer Camp Director. Is everyone can see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. So we are YWCA Cambridge Summer Camp. Our camp provide for girls and boys, and we are 53 years running the summer camp in the conservation area by Sedge Mill. We are outside, and our focusing for the kids to be explore the environment for outside. Our camp for outdoor activity and the environment. Each camp included hiking and canoeing and fishing and swimming. We have subsidized space for the children to enjoy the camp, and we have different payment option also. So we have like an option for cash, check, and online, and the credit card, and also we have the YWCA subsidy and the YWCA summer camp registration for the high five. So this is our area at the Shed's Mill outdoor.
I'm learning about camp for you.
Yeah.
Hi. So I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Karen Manning, and I'm actually the Behavior and Inclusion Supervisor for all of the YWCA childcares and for our summer camp. And it gives us a little bit of a unique situation in where I am at the camp in the summertime, but then we have 3 inclusion facilitators that will also be at the camp, that I fully train in behavior techniques, that I train in all the sort of like the different types of special needs and what they look like. And we unfortunately do not offer one-to-one support, but we do offer enough support that usually most children can be successful at our camp. And what we do is a little bit unique is that I write support plans for every child that is highlighted to have a special need. And what I do is we talk to the parents. I phone every parent and we talk about strategies that may or may not work, and we write plans. And then our counselors are trained on those plans so they know exactly what the behavior looks like, what the triggers might be, and sort of the escalation of that so we can be fully prepared. And since we've been doing this, we've actually been very successful in children that parents have felt maybe would need one-to-one or not be successful have actually been completely successful in our camp. I do think a lot of it is that we are outdoors. We keep the children very busy, and I think that makes a big difference. So our inclusion facilitators are able to offer extra support to a group if there are children with any challenges in that group. All of our children are included in every activity, whatever that needs to look like. We are available to take the kids for a break if they're needed, and we help to train the staff on all of the different things that our children might need. Something else that we do as well is that we are very prepared for the children. So we have calm down areas, we have active areas with like different activities like trampolines and punching bags and things that they might need if they need to get some energy out. They have availability to fidgets and any visuals that they may require. So we really, and what we do is if you register with the camp and Fatma recognizes that there's a need, she sends the parents to me. I make contact right away and we discuss what the camp will look like and what support might be needed.
And also all the staff for the lifeguard that have the NLS certificate, and all the staff have the first aid, high five, behavior management, and all the policy like fire safety, water safety, missing child, and other position, and all the counselor have the police check, and all the staff has been training to be health and safety policing. We have a specialty camp, and this is camp from 10 to 12 years old and running with a GRC staffing partnered with us. So we have week 1 math science, we have week 2 camper and cooking, and we have hepatitis hunter, and we have OE gooey, and we have a survivor camp and fishing and outrageous camp. And our camp from July 4th till August 25th. And of course, all this specialty camp included like kayaking and swimming every day and outdoor activity. So my email, it's camp@ywcacambridge.ca, and my phone number is 519-267-644, extension number 228 to reach me. Anybody have any questions?
Fatma, can you let us know when your camp registration opens?
The camp registration open in February 1st at noon.
Thank you. And thank you, Fatma and Karen, for your presentation. I am now going to turn it over to Nicole from Sunbeam.
Hi there. Yes, my name is Nicole Tailby, and I'm from Sunbeam Community and Developmental Services in Kitchener. Sunbeam offers a summer camp program for children and teens between the age of 4 and 18. The camp is specifically for people who have special needs in the way of being medically fragile, technologically dependent, and some examples of that would be campers who use wheelchairs. They might have G-tubes. They might require medication and personal care needs through the day. The camp is running for 6 weeks throughout the course of the summer, and it starts on July the 10th and ends on the 18th. The most weeks are $215 for the week. 1 week is a short week, so it's $175. Registration opens on March 1st, and camp runs Monday to Friday, 9 to 3. We do all kinds of fun activities from swimming to gym time, music, crafts, outings, all sorts of things. We are able to meet personal care needs of the campers, and we are also have a lot of equipment to assist with transfers, like mechanical lifts, sorry. So I have a short video about our program that I will show you now.
Nicole, we do not have sound.
Sorry. Try this again.
We can't see anything.
We're just going to give Nicole a minute to get her presentation up.
Nicole, we can't see or hear the video playing right now.
Oh no, you couldn't see it at all? No?
No, we couldn't.
Okay. Well, so basically the camp, I'll just sum it up. It was pretty much saying a lot of what I said before, just giving some pictures with it. But our camp is a good camp for children with medical needs, and the ages are 4 to 18. Registration is going to open on March 1st, and our registration will open on the My Community Hub website. If you're not familiar with it, it's www.mycommunityhub.ca. We also have information up on the Sunbeam website, and that video that I was attempting to show is also on the Sunbeam website, so you can check it out there, as well as a flyer. Thank you.
Nicole, can you share, is your camp open to those out of Waterloo region? Or only for those in Waterloo region?
Nope, we get people from all over, so so we're welcome to invite anyone in the surrounding area as well.
Thank you. And
Thanks.
we'll now turn it over to Chris, who will share his camp information about Hidden Acres.
Awesome. Thanks so much for inviting us to be here tonight. I'm just going to slideshow up and running. My name is Chris, and I'm the Executive Director at Hidden Acres Mennonite Camp and Retreat Center. We are a year-round summer camp and retreat facility located just outside of Kitchener, Waterloo, right in between New Hamburg and Stratford, so about 30 or so minutes outside of KW. We're in our 61st year as an organization this year. So we've been around for a little while and been running camps for that long. And we have a variety of camps that we run in the summertime, and 2 of those weeks are day camps. Our first week is July 3rd to 7th, and our second week is July 24th to 28th. Both of those weeks are for ages 5 to 12 and cost $255 per week. No extra cost for any kind of inclusion support, and financial support is available if that's necessary. This summer, we're planning on groups of about 15 to 17 campers, and a number of groups. It'll change depending on the week, and about 3 to 4 staff per group. So a ratio of about 1 staff for every 5 or 6 campers overall. A number of different activities and things that we run throughout our weeks. So in a typical day, campers would arrive around 8:30. And we would join together all together. We'd do some singing, and then we would break off into our groups, and they would do a few rotations of activities. They might go to the climbing tower, which was brand new, built last year for us, shelter building, fire building, and outdoor cooking. They might explore our pond or our nature trails, go canoeing, archery, orienteering, all sorts of different activities throughout the morning. And then we'd break for lunch, which we provide for you. So there's no lunch. You don't need to bring lunch, but we do encourage you to send a couple of snacks along for the morning and afternoon, but lunch is provided. And then after lunch, we usually have a chunk of time for swimming in our spring-fed pond we affectionately call Lake Laverne. And then there's also some free play time during that time as well. And then every afternoon we'd have some sort of special activity, whether it be like a camp-wide game or a carnival, or some years we've invited our local volunteer fire department to bring some trucks out or different things like that in the afternoon. And then campers head home around 4:30 in the afternoon. What does inclusion support look like for us? So we can provide one-to-one support for our weeks of camp. Camper doesn't fully require one-to-one support. We do have staff who can provide different levels of care. So if they're doing well and they're enjoying camp independently, our staff will sort of step back and give them that freedom to be independent and engage with their peers, but they're always within eyesight and earshot to be able to step in and support if and when needed. We hire about 35 staff in the summertime, and about 4 to 5 inclusion group leaders of each gender, as well as an inclusion program facilitator who coordinates all of our inclusion support throughout the summer. They would meet with all the families, do a tour, create plans, and support our staff and the campers throughout the summer. Our staff range in age from 17 to 25 or so. We don't really have an upper age limit, and they have various levels of experience and training based on their age. All of our programs require that campers are generally independent in the washroom. So our staff are not trained in personal care. So as long as they can manage in the washroom themselves or with verbal cues, from outside of the stall, then they can work well at Hidden Acres and not have any strong aggressive behaviors. Our goal really with our inclusion program is to help all of our campers feel welcomed and safe and included in all aspects of our camp program. That they can connect and build healthy relationships and friendships and engage and participate in all aspects of our programs and experience camp really just like anybody else would. But when they need some extra support, there's extra support there to lend a hand. We can handle medication at camp. So if you do have any medication that comes, we have a camp medic with a minimum of standard first aid and CPRC, and they would be able to distribute that as required. For us, registration opens on February 1st at 7 a.m. And it'll be through our website, hiddenacres.ca. During the registration process, there is a section that if your child needs extra support, you can provide a little bit of extra information there. If you'd like to come and visit Hidden Acres, you're welcome to contact us. We'd be happy to do a tour to show you around. We're also hosting a Family Day open house on February 20th that you're welcome to come out to if you'd like. It's a free day. There's a small cost if you'd like to enjoy our lunch, but it's a chance to see our grounds and meet myself and our program director, Emily, who couldn't be with us today. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us, and look forward to hosting at camp this summer.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, we are next going to turn it over to Elizabeth, who's going to share about the University of Waterloo ESQ camp.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth, and I am the Program Delivery Team Lead for Engineering Science Quest. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our ESQ Summer Day Camps for summer 2023. So we provide inclusive STEM-focused day camps, and we are located at the University of Waterloo. So we are offering 7 weeks of camp. And we offer that to children entering grades 2 to 9. We're offering 3 types of camps for grades 2 to 3 every week. 2 grades 4 to 5 camps.
Sorry, Elizabeth, you just went, we lost your volume.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, now you have it back.
Okay, I'll try to talk closer to maybe it's just I'm far away. Thank you. So I'll just repeat that. So we're offering 3 grades 2 to 3 camps, 2 grades 4 to 5 camps, 1 grade 6 to 7 camp, and 1 grades 8 to 9 camp. And here's just an overall description of what we do at ESQ Camp. So our camp participants explore the world of science, engineering, and technology through participation in hands-on activities and projects. ESQ is thrilled to offer STEM programming and integrate classic summer camp fun such as physical activity games, nature exploration, and more. Each year, our staff from diverse post-secondary programs such as engineering, science, and education develop exciting new activities for their camp that explore all things science, so physics, chemistry, biology, health science. We definitely integrate math and arts into our programming. Of course, all of the various disciplines of engineering and robotics and coding. And then, so for our inclusion support, we offer program support to ensure all children with special needs and exceptionalities can be successful and attend our program. So I just listed out some examples of areas of support we can help with. So motor skills, such as fine or gross motor skills, accommodations and programming, physical support. Unfortunately, the University of Waterloo isn't too accessible. So we definitely make a point to make accessibility routes and include gender inclusive washrooms, as well as behavioral support, emotional and social. So for example, if your camper needs task refocusing, transition support, emotion regulation, calming strategies. Also, we do a lot of group work within our activities. So, this is going well. I guess my presentation's on a timer. Help guide group work and facilitate connections between campers. So we offer 2 levels of program support. So for our more one-to-one support, it's called our low ratio program support, and our program assistants facilitate personalized accommodations with a ratio of 1 program assistant to 3 to 4 campers. So examples of this level would be consistent time reminders, helping stay on task or redirection of focus, frequent breaks away from the camp or the use of a quiet room, and hands-on support and modification to the schedule or activities. We do have a limited number of PAs each week, so we have about 3, and we don't offer bathroom support, unfortunately. And then our university leaders they can offer as needed support. So they're trained in facilitating inclusive and equitable programming. So this level of support might include assistance with transitions, reminders regarding social interactions. They can be the identified staff to go to when overwhelmed, as well as pre-planned accommodations within activity lesson plans when they're planning in May and June. And then I also just wanted to describe a typical day at camp. So we do lots of traveling. Our drop off and pickup area is about a 10-minute walk to our camp rooms. So our camp rooms are actually at the St. Jerome's campus. Yeah, and we have lots of outdoor time. We have lunch outside and we have body breaks. We also have inside quiet times as well, but also lots of STEM. So we base our activities on inquiry-based learning. So lots of open-ended projects, encouraging our campers to use their creativity and ask lots of questions. And we are not afraid to get messy, as you can see in that picture right there. And then I'll look into a week at ESQ. So like I said before, we do a lot of traveling. So we are really fortunate to get the use of labs on campus. So for biology dissections and circuit activities, as well as connect with other labs and departments on campus. So we often get to get tours of RoboHub and the Earth Science Museum. And we also have some scheduled time where camps of the same age group get to come together. So for example, our Friday fun, like some examples in this picture, we play water games, we have parachute fun, lawn games, and freezies. And then on Wednesdays, we get together and make liquid nitrogen ice cream, which equals campers get very excited, which also equates to loud screams. So I just wanted to list out some of our resources that we can provide. So we have visual cards and communication cards. So for example, if then boards, we have access to tech, so iPads for translations or a positive reinforcement schedule, lots of sensory toys. We have a dedicated quiet room. We have noise canceling headphones, which would come in handy for liquid nitrogen ice cream. We have lots of weighted and plush toys, and then furniture, for example, beanbag chairs, body pillows, and blankets. And then I just wanted to quickly touch upon how to request this type of support and registration. So we use CampBrain as a registration system. So while you're registering your child for camp, you can indicate the need for program support by answering the following questions. So our registration is going to probably look something like this for program support. Does your child require unique levels of support? And please tell us anything you feel we should know. And then I just wanted to briefly discuss the call process that will happen so we can learn more about your camper and their needs. So our program support lead will be in contact with you in early May to schedule pre-camp calls via email. So they'll email to schedule a call with you, and these calls will be taking place in the evenings in May and June. And then how the call will go will be them describing our levels of support, describing a typical day at our camp, and then ask a series of questions to learn how we can best support your camper. So questions may include your camper's interests, hobbies, and strengths, areas of support, level of support at school, so accommodations or modifications, any calming strategies or techniques used at school or home that we can use at camp, and then the use of assistive technology or adapted equipment, so we can integrate that into our own camp programming. And then we also offer pre-camp meetings. So we will schedule a meeting a week before the start of camp where you and your camper can see their camp room and schedule and schedule a programming for the week beforehand. So this is beneficial for campers who are anxious or need time to prepare. And this is facilitated by our program support team lead or me and a program assistant who will be most likely working with your camper that week. And then for special cases, we welcome external support workers such as educational assistants or personal support workers for one-on-one support. Like I said, we don't offer one-on-one support. We can't do that the whole week. It's more as like 1 leader to 3 campers, but we just require a completed vulnerable sector check within the last 6 months, and then just indicate this in your pre-camp call or email us as soon as you can. And then I just wanted to share you the weeks of camps that we are offering. So 7 weeks, like I said before. We don't have a registration date, unfortunately, but I do know it's going to be open late February, early March. So make sure you keep visiting the ESQ website. I just have that website down below there. Or sign up for our mailing list to receive our newsletter for updated information. I also just wanted to say that we have, bursary applications available, and that can also be found on our website. And yes, this is all our information. So if you are inquiring more about us, email us at esqinfo@uwaterloo.ca. Our phone number is right there as well as our website. So, or you can just Google ESQ Waterloo. It will take you to the first option in Google. And that's all. Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. We're now going to turn it over to Kayla and Carolyn, who will be talking about the creative therapy.
Hello. Thanks for having us tonight. So I'm Kayla. I'm the occupational therapy assistant at Creative Therapy. And then Carolyn is also presenting with me tonight, and she is our occupational therapy student. So I'll just share a presentation. All right, so we're from Creative Therapy, which is an occupational therapy clinic based in Waterloo. And we're going to be presenting about 2 different camps tonight. So just a little bit about creative therapy and kind of what occupational therapists do. So we're a clinic located in Uptown Waterloo, and we provide services to a range of people from the ages of 2 to 102. And what occupational therapists do is we assist people in a diversity of people in developing strategies, learning new skills, or adapting their environments to allow them to reach their full potential. And we can assist people in the areas of self-care, work, school, play, and other hobbies.
So the first camp we'll touch on is our Sliding into September camp, and this camp is offered from August 28th until September 1st. Typical hours are about 9 to 3. There are half days available, whether it's 9 to 12 or 1 to 4, depending on the child's needs. And this camp is offered specifically for children aged 5 to 12 with special needs and located at our Waterloo clinic. Staffing for this camp is unique in that it is run by an occupational therapist with the assistance of an occupational therapy student, volunteer students as well that are typically from Laurier and Waterloo universities looking to pursue a career in occupational therapy. The ratio can be 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, just depending on the needs and the number of children who do sign up. Typically, the maximum is about 6 campers, and the cost is $750 per week. A little bit about this camp. It is designed specifically for children who are returning to school in September, and we promote physical activity, motor learning, and skill development through a safe and interactive environment for these children. They're able to practice their executive functioning skills and self-regulation techniques in order to help with that transition, which can be difficult returning to kindergarten in the fall. And as mentioned earlier, there is a high ratio of occupational therapists to campers, which allows us to craft and kind of create a camp that best suits the needs of different children and allow us to design a camp to meet all children's abilities, including those with autism or acquired brain injuries. Activities are crafted towards a child's goals, and in the past have included things like transitions, self-care, and independent time, working together, and other school readiness type goals. In addition, there are some leadership opportunities that are available for children with special needs up to the age of 18. And what this would look like would be having a child between these ages who would be able to support the rest of the campers and maybe an established skill that they have or something that they have practice or they feel comfortable pursuing. And the registration for this camp is now open on our website.
And then the last camp we're offering is called Kickstarting Kindergarten. So this is for children who are about to start kindergarten, and the format is half day, so 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. With before and after care available if needed. And the dates it's running is from August 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd. And again, this is a low ratio environment with individualized programming, and all our days are designed by occupational therapists. The cost for this camp is $500 per camper, and it's located at our clinic in Waterloo. So a little bit about what we offer at this camp. So Kickstart to Kindergarten is to help children prepare them to transition into schools and the kindergarten system. So this camp will prepare children to identify letters of the alphabet, gain an introduction to printing, build supportive routines and independence, kickstart self-regulation strategies, problem solve, and collaborate with other children, and much more. So it's an opportunity for your child to gain a sense of self-confidence and social experiences to help them thrive in a new environment. And that's all we have today. So just those two camps. Again, if you want any more information, you can go to the website there, email Creative Therapy, or call the number that's there.
So there was a question in the chat for you guys, if there is any fee assistance that will help with the cost of your camps.
So there is not normally any kind of financial assistance. However, if you do call the clinic and ask them, I'm sure they can organize something. Just because it is like a small family-run business, it's not something that we have set in stone. However, it's definitely something that can be talked about and negotiated with if you email or call the clinic personally.
Okay, so thank you, Kayla and Carolyn. I'm now going to turn it over to Meg, who's going to share about the KW gymnastics.
Okay. So Asifa from KW Gymnastics was hoping to join us this evening, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, she was not able to be here with us tonight. So I just wanted to share a quick overview of the adaptive gymnastics summer camp plans being offered through KW Gymnastics Club. So they are planning 2 weeks specifically for the adaptive program. Those are the weeks of July 3rd to 7th and the week of August 14th to 18th. Registration will open on January 31st. The cost has not yet been determined, but I'm assuming it should be determined by January 31st. There will be both half-day and full-day options. The ratios will be flexible depending on the child's needs and will range from about 2-to-1 to 8-to-1, depending on the campers registered and the groupings that they're able to make. Campers will participate in a variety of activities, including gymnastics, games, outdoor activities, and crafts. Any camper who is new to the club, so is not currently participating in the adaptive weekly classes, will need to complete a registration meeting to discuss your child's strengths and needs, and together they will ensure that your child is set up for a successful week at camp. So Asifa's email is listed here on the slide, or you can visit the KW Gymnastics website to reach her that way as well.
Thank you, Meg.
Okay, so at this point, I would like to take the opportunity to thank everybody for joining us this evening. This wraps up the end of our formal presentations. And so we will stop the recording and open it up for questions. So I'd like to officially thank all of our camp directors for sharing information about your camps and your supports that are available within Waterloo Region. And thank you for taking time to join us tonight.